What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Suburban Paranormal podcast. As always, I am your host, Dex, and here we are getting ready for what should hopefully be another good episode. Again, I'd like to thank all the listeners out there who keep tuning in, and hopefully, guys, I'd like to get some more engagement going on the social medias. Don't forget Facebook, Instagram. We got a lot of new followers over there on Instagram this past week, which is very cool. A few of them we're hoping to actually get set up and do some interviews with. So we're going to keep the good times rolling here and hopefully bring you a lot of new content soon. As always, we are part of the Cinescape Media Network. Go check us out over at cinescape.media. There you'll find out all of our shows, find out the schedules. As always, this show is released every other week on Saturdays. And yeah, that's about it there. Apologize about that. Had a little brain fart. But we'll go ahead. Let's jump into some paranormal news here. A couple things out there today. So actually, this one had me going the other night. Call me a psychic, visionary, whatever you want. Just kidding, really. But if you guys remember back in episode 3, we talked about the Conjuring house. And I mentioned how the Conjuring house was open to business for everyone for investigations. Or that's what they were talking about. And if you go back, I even joked and even suggested, hey, somebody should put up a live stream and maybe let us monitor it. And, if they needed a website, they should contact me. Well, they didn't contact me for a website, but apparently they contacted the Dark Zone. So the Dark Zone Network is actually going to be doing a live streaming event starting next Friday. Well, this Friday coming up, this is coming out 5/2. So 5/8, the Heisen family is going to be hosting for a full week. Ticket and streaming event details you can find over at the darkzone.tv. Portions of the proceeds, though, are going to go to they're going to go directly to COVID-related charities, so that is a good thing to see with that. Pre-orders, I think, are going to be up soon. I think on Monday they're going to start those, and they're going to be offering some discounts on that. From what I saw in one article, I saw pricing listed at like $20 for the week or $5 for a night. And I know the first night, May 8th, they're going to do a free streaming, view just to hopefully draw you in. So I don't know if I'll be paying for it myself personally, but I know I will definitely be tuning into that first one and seeing exactly what it's all about. Because again, it's an idea that I said. One thing I would hope that maybe happens with this is more paranormal groups or something along those lines maybe look into maybe doing something similar, because I do believe this it could benefit more than just not doing it. I think it could be a benefit for others as well. So again, check it out. Conjuring House will have that starting next week, next Friday. So more news in the paranormal, UFO, UAP talk. The Pentagon, we know they already had, admitted to the videos being real, but they're actually now putting the videos up on the official Navy website, and there's a link out there, and I will definitely give that to you guys. But one of the interesting things that's come out from them stating that they're going to release it, what you do have is a former Nevada senator, Harry Reid. Now, he actually, when they put this out, turned around and stated that this apparently only scratches the surface. And I believe he was also sort of involved in the whole AATIP. I can't believe I forgot to write this down, but you can Google it. It's the AATIP. I'll put it up there. Like I said, the links to these articles will be, on the website when this gets posted to check it out. But he's saying it only scratches the surface. So it's definitely more information that is coming out. And again, I don't know, desensitizing. But another direct result actually from this news getting out there and the Navy going ahead and going to put the videos out there, Japan has stated that they're going to actually draw up some official plans. Pretty much a plan of action if a UFO or UAP, whatever you want to call it, if they encounter one, they're going to put some steps in place they're talking about they will be reaching out to the Navy. They're going to be working with them just to ask questions, I guess, and hopefully exchange some information. So curious to see what happens there. Obviously, I don't know if we're going to see very much of it. But again, it's more high-level government ranking officials, I guess you could say, that are talking about this. So, again, glad to see. I'm hoping, the U.S. does something similar to what the British are trying to do, where we talked before about they're going to put up a whole website. I still haven't found that yet. If anybody else has seen it, let me know. Comment on one of the social medias. Reach out to us at suburbanparanormal@gmail.com. I would really like to see this website, but it's a government project, so maybe it's going to take a year or two to get even done, and that's even on the low scale. So hopefully the U.S. does something similar, get this information out there. I think we're in the kind of a whole world of thought of things really shouldn't be hidden anymore to cause any more conspiracy theories. But again, that could be a whole nother day, a whole nother topic, a whole nother... Who knows? Maybe we'll get somebody on that might want to talk about that with us. So that's pretty much all I got for you guys for the paranormal news. Moving right along, you know what I love to do. I always like to break up my news segment before we get into the paranormal TV with a little bit of a dad joke. So this one, of course, we're going to stick more UFOs just because why not? Most people love to talk ghosts, but UFOs are always a good conversation too. But anyway, what do you get when you cross an alien with something white and fluffy? A Martian mellow. Now that one, I really did enjoy that one. I don't know why. We've had some good ones, but that one made me laugh a little bit. But so that's going to be our paranormal dad joke for this week. Well, this episode, since they're 2 weeks apart. But anyway, that's the dad joke for this. But yeah, let's go ahead. We'll get into the little bit of TV talk here. And the first thing I want to bring up is Skinwalker Ranch. I've been watching this. I know Sean from Eagle's Nest on the network, he was watching this too, and we talked about it, and he agreed with me and I think a few other people. The first couple episodes there was kind of just, it seemed overdramatic, seemed overplayed, and I wasn't really too fond of that. I mean, I would really just rather get down to that whole nitty gritty of the science and the evidence and just show what you have. I don't care if you're recording, just show it. But the last two shows have really turned around. It's not played up hype drama really anymore. The reactions seem real. People want to say maybe they turned into better actors. I don't think so. They have found a lot of really interesting things. They're catching things on camera. They're actually doing different experiments that are neat. The one with the recent episode where they were launching rockets with different types of, meters to try and see where all these radio frequencies and electromagnetic field spikes are coming from. And that's the kind of stuff that, I like to see. Is what are people trying to do in order to capture evidence? And what kind of evidence can we try capturing? So it was very cool to see. I don't know if anybody is still listening out there that is actually watching the show as well. If I'm curious if you guys agree, if it turned around for you as well. Like I said, that last one where what they saw, that to me seemed legitimate. The reactions were real, and that there definitely has cemented me in. I'm glad I stuck around to keep watching the show, and I hope you guys have too. I hope I didn't make anybody just turn it off. I really, I'm voicing my own opinion. Maybe you guys didn't think as bad as the first couple episodes as I did. But again, I'm just, giving my opinion, but I do feel that the show has completely turned around, and it has been great those past couple episodes. And of course, keeping along with the TV talk, Ghost Nation's back. It's going. Season 2 really kicked it off with a couple good episodes this season. Another one, again, in our neck of the woods here in PA. Really good episode, caught some nice information there. Learned a little history about two doors on a house, which I wasn't ever really aware of. Found that quite interesting, and if you guys watched or haven't watched yet, it plays into the episode, so definitely go check it out. And especially the second episode of the season, where, I mean, you can just tell those guys love what they do. That episode had them so excited. I mean, they were cursing, and I think Jason was even on Twitter talking about, like, they had to bleep us out a lot this season, or that episode. And you know what? It's perfectly fine. We know it's a kid's show, but, like, you can tell these guys are really enjoying what they're doing and just having such a good time. And, you know, that's how it should be. When we're doing things like this, we're doing it for the love and the passion of this field. And to see that come across on the screen from them guys was just really cool. And again, I mean, as always, they caught some great evidence. So definitely, you know, go ahead and check out those episodes. As always, I recommend watching the Ghost Nation show. Hopefully Kindred Spirits comes back soon. I do miss those shows. They Amy and Adam, you know, they always did well with the fellas back on Ghost Hunters when they were first on there. And I always thought on that show they were so well together, so it was good to see that they had the new show. So hopefully once this pandemic lets us get back out there, I'm hoping to see more from them as well. I know we have, you know, just I guess to rattle off here, I've been watching a lot of these paranormal shows and ghost shows. The Ghost Adventures, they're out in London, I guess not too long before the whole thing happened. That was actually a really good episode too. I think I've mentioned it before. I kind of do miss the way Ghost Adventures was originally done, where it was just three guys, their equipment, nobody else. And they've kind of evolved into now, I think it's a 4-person team and a sound guy, which, I mean, I guess you have to have the better quality for the television premiere or whatever presentation, but I don't know. They're doing their thing. Like I said, I think they catch a little bit too much of a bad rap for how Zach reacts, but kind of what I just said with the Ghost Nation guys and what they're doing. It's like, it's your passion. People react in different ways, and I think just to blow something off because of their reaction or whatever, I kind of think that's a little, I don't know, unfair in a sense, but hey, it is what it is. But I guess that's pretty much all I got going on for the paranormal TV talk. A lot of it going on. I've been watching a lot of it. You know, not allowed to go anywhere, so what else am I going to do, right? Wife and kids are in bed. I'm still awake. I'm watching paranormal shows. But anyway, I think you know how we always like to do it here. Want to end it off on just a little bit of a discussion this week. Kind of wanted to talk a little bit on skeptics. And again, you know, we have skeptics in probably every walk of our life, whether it's friends, family, coworkers. You know, we all meet them. The subject of ghosts will usually come up between people if they're together long enough. It's just one of those topics that I feel always comes up. And skeptics, we know there's plenty of them out there. There may be people that might poke fun at you for it. But one of the things I think was best said about skeptics, and that actually happened this week on Ghost Nation, where Jason had basically said he believes a skeptic is someone who has not yet had a paranormal experience. And you know what? I will 100% agree with that, because that is just spot on. You know, growing up, a lot of us are taught to just, you know, believe what we can see, what we can feel, what we can, you know, quantify or things like that. And when it comes to spirits or ghosts, whatever you want to call them, and everybody calls them something different, you know, it's something sometimes hard for people to believe it because it's paranormal experiences can be rare to certain people. So that person may or may not ever believe they, believe in it if they've never had something to convince them otherwise. And, that's a lot of things in life where, you can explain or you can talk about it or you can say, 10 different things and show what you may have as your own evidence of a, EVP or video or voice. I said EVP, video or picture. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. You can have all of that, but there's just going to be some people that have to have some sort of their own physical proof. And what I would like to happen is for this conversation to never, this is a debate that should always be done lightheartedly. There's too many people these days fighting and losing friendships or whatever else over petty little arguments. So I really hope, and I haven't seen this, but it's just me, just thinking, because you see a lot of conversations these days on a lot of different subjects when it comes to, I don't want to ever get political on the show. I'm not going to ever go into that. This show is more, I want to stick to what the show is mainly about. But the basic point I want to make is that I really hope that this is not an argument that we cause big fights over for something that, again, we're always going to believe because that's just who we are. And there's just some people, call them a skeptic, a non-believer, whatever word you want to be. As long as we're humane about it, that's great. So let's, again, please not fight and lose friendships over someone being a skeptic. That's pretty much the most I have to say about that. I can say, I don't know how many out there actually was a skeptic. And I'd like to hear your story. I'd like to actually put a little talking points or maybe do a little show where I interview a few people out there. If you've been a skeptic or if you're still a skeptic, I'd like to maybe do 2 different shows. I'd like to talk to people that are still skeptic. And if what I just said is true, is that you're not ever going to believe unless something physically happens to you. And then people who were a skeptic before, but they're no longer skeptics. What was that experience or what finally convinced you that, hey, this really isn't, false. This isn't just people making up or people just talking and being crazy, but they're, these people are right, and I changed my mind because of this. I'd love to talk to you people about that. I mean, we can start the conversation. I'll put a post out there on Facebook. We've been getting some more interaction on our Facebook and our Twitters and especially Instagram. So if you guys have recently just joined us from Instagram, I appreciate you stopping by and checking us out. Like I said, I know a few of you guys out there on Instagram. We talked already about possibly doing some interviews. So I'm looking forward to having you guys on the show, hopefully soon. But yeah, let's get the conversation started. I would love to try and put, that show together soon and get it out there for people to see. But I think that's going to wrap it up for me here tonight, guys. Like I said, a lot of stuff going on. Staying busy. I hope everybody, again, is out there staying safe. Hopefully, there seems to be a light at the end of the tunnel coming. We're all going to start getting these restrictions lifted up soon. And I know a lot of us are itching to get out there, start doing some investigating, start doing just every normal day stuff. And I guess, like I said, we're all itching to get out there. So I guess I will toss out there real quick. The Suburban Paranormal actual web series. Again, this podcast really was going to just complement it, but with the way things are, it's kind of come the main thing for now. But myself, Bill, and Sean, we do have plans, and hopefully once everything unravels here, or I should say we're allowed to get back out there, we have some things we're going to hopefully put together, and we'll get these actual web series put together and put out there for you. So it's, again, it's not done. It's not forgotten about. We were mad that we couldn't start the show because, of course, we were really ready to, and then this occurred. So I hope you guys are excited for that as well. Again, it's still coming. We haven't forgotten about it, and we'll bring it to you guys soon. So again, stay safe, guys. Practice your social distancing. Throw out your used masks and gloves. But don't forget, you guys can always reach us. We're on Facebook and Twitter at Suburban Paranormal, as well as Instagram, Twitter, SUBRNPARANRML. And, of course, suburbanparanormal@gmail.com. As always, guys, my name is Dex. You guys have a great time, and we'll see you on the next one.